Is it possible?
And I say, yes.
Ancient action figure prophecies foretold. So you do have to wonder. So you do have to ask yourself, is it indeed possible? So there you go, baby. Another short teaser trailer of the upcoming Season 2 of the highly anticipated Ancient action figures here at 6 Scale Cantina. And you have to wonder if I'm getting a call. Could it be from an otherworldly being? Let's pick it up, baby, and find out. Hello? Skull! You did like that second short teaser trailer of Ancient Aliens Season 2. What do you mean you don't look good in it? That's the footage you told me to use, baby. Yes, I know that the Artisan Anakin is delayed because they're making the dark side version. Right, you told me that, just like the Batman Imposter version with the Artisan Joker. What do you mean, Artisan Han? When? Wait, Skull! We've got a whole lot to get into. This show is packed with market news. We've got new updated power rankings for both Crystal Ball power rankings and the secondary market, the primary market. I've actually got Spotchka. It's so refreshing. Let's go ahead and dive into all of this right now. All right, and welcome everyone to another episode of the Market Show right here at the 6 Scale Cantina. And hey, just in case you don't know just who I am the Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington, and I'm about to serve up all the 6 Scale action figure talk. So please go ahead and smash that like button. Go ahead and do it, baby. Smash it right now. And if this is the first time you're watching 6 Scale Cantina, go ahead and hit the sub too, baby. I do appreciate your support. Thank you so much. So look, let's go ahead and dive right into it. Because you have to ask yourself, is this Artisan Jack Sparrow from Hot Toys absolutely going off the charts like Anakin's midi-chlorian count? And I say, yes. Why? Because, number one, it's really, really good. It is so fracking amazing, this figure. And I know many of you now have seen my review on this Artisan DX39 AE Hot Toys Jack Sparrow. Limited to just 4,000 pieces. And that's the other part of it. It's not just the reviews like mine that are giving this figure high praise. Just like the DX33 Hot Toys Artisan Heath Ledger Joker as well. It looks like boom, out of the park by Hot Toys for that Joker before they're boom out of the park with that WB100 Wonder Woman, first artisan, if you will, from Hot Toys, out of the park home run as well. And then with this one here as well. And you know what's interesting about this? What's very, very interesting about this is that so many collectors and some channel creators jumped the gun with those blogger photos. And I've mentioned this about Hot Toys and InArt, both of them. They need to do a better job getting a department, if you will, or perhaps one department that just focuses on the marketing, the photography, and the videos of these figures once they are released. Because you use a blogger here, a blogger there, they're all wonderful, but not all of them are necessarily have an understanding of how to market these figures. You should hire me, Hot Toys and InArt, to take your pictures. Because you do have to wonder, should you just forget the backgrounds, not do anything fancy in the lighting and in your set to film these final release photos? No, you shouldn't. All you should do is just take a damn picture, high resolution, of every conceivable angle of that head sculpt. From the right, baby. From the left. From underneath. From up above. Like I'm showing right here. This is just a little sneak peek, if you didn't see yet, of my review on the Artisan Jack Sparrow. Okay? Which doesn't look anything like 50% of those blogger photos, and I didn't use any of those weird or fancy or supposedly good backgrounds. You need to have a consistent department that consistently puts out the same message with every one of these videos. Look, Hot Toys immediately answered with a video of their own of that DX39AE Jack Sparrow after those blogger photos. Why? Because the photos didn't come out the way that they were hoping. It didn't portray the message of what that figure is. When you try to get too fancy with it, it doesn't do it justice in many cases. And we've seen this time and time again. So number one, this is doing so well right now because the videos, including my review of this particular figure, are showing what this really, really is. The second reason is this is limited to just 4,000 pieces. Not 1,000 pieces. Not 2,000 pieces. Not 3,000 pieces, but 4,000 pieces. And not 4,001, 4,000. Not 4,002, 4,000. Just 4,000 of a highly sought out figure such as that. Okay? So you've got limited production. It's limited. So right off the bat, it's coveted because it's limited. And it's a special, exclusive edition. And it has wool hair. Rooted implantation technology in the Artisan edition. And that head sculpt comes with special dressings in the back of Jack Sparrow's head, Johnny Depp's head, that you don't get with any of the other versions as well. So you've got exclusivity, okay? And you've got limited quantities, and the fact that it's good, all going for this particular figure. And that's why it's doing so very, very well. You can see right here, and I'll kind of scroll up so that you see. Just sold this Sunday, okay? January 12th at 2:47 p.m. No best offer, but just $875 McDollars from an outstanding seller with 630 feedback. And wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, 100% positive feedback, not including the taxes. Well over $900 for this limited, precious, ancient action figure now. It is waitlisted. It is an automatic, instant super grail, and is now an ancient action figure. Pause. Don't forget to hit the like button. Cheers to you, baby. Thanks for watching. Delicious. Like this figure. And I totally expected this. There's almost a desire sometimes. It creates good content. When Hot Toys fails, or really when Hot Toys fails, because they're the big dogs. Okay, if InArt was to fail on something, or some other companies, it doesn't necessarily gain the same traction unless it's a company that's really, really trying to be like Hot Toys, but is not even there yet. Okay. But it's really Hot Toys. It's great news if they frack up. It's good content. A lot of people will swarm to it. And I really felt like this was jumped to the gun. Hey, a lot of the chatter out there, DX15, should you really upgrade? It's not that much of an upgrade. Are you kidding me? It's an insane jump forward. Okay? An insane jump forward. And let's go ahead and take a look at more of this going on here with the DX39. So already right here, you can see with Toys for Adults, another outstanding seller, already out of stock. Out of stock, why? Well, because it's limited. There's only going to be 4,000 pieces of these. He had his couple. He sold it $880. It's gone. It is absolutely just sold. I mean, this is just moving very, very, very quickly. Let's see if I can put, even more up on here. I actually used Toys Buying Agent, which is Tim sent, within the first, 12 hours that the figure came out, and I got it much less than that. Actually, I think I paid $665, something like that, with everything. Okay, shipping, taxes, the whole 9 yards. Okay, so yeah, and now you're starting to see it. I knew to be suspect of those blogger photos. That happens with so many figures. Again, they need more consistency with that. Just put a video out and film it. Give every angle. Don't mess around with it. It's going to tell you what it really is. But this thing right now is absolutely off the charts. Just like Anakin's midi-chlorian count, baby. And you have to wonder, is there a new number one figure in this week's market power rankings at 6 scale cantina.com? So let's go to 6scalecantina.com and see if that is the case. Don't forget to bookmark it here, 6scalecantina.com. I'm going to go to the second menu item, which is 6 scale market power rankings. And you can see right there, baby, at number one is the Artisan Jack Sparrow right now. Super, super high demand. And you really don't have to wonder if that demand is going to stay there, because we know the production is going to stay there at just 4,000 pieces. Number one. number one right now. And this thing is absolutely just so beautiful. And I dare say this figure came out just as the prototype did, baby. And I'm looking right at it. I'm going to look up, and there he is. And there it is right here. And these artisans are a problem. And what do I mean by that? That they're a problem. They are a problem because that's all many collectors are going to want to collect is artisan level. And then that's it. And if it doesn't have rated hair and it's artisan level, like that Bane from Hot Toys, the 2.0, okay? Or like that Superman from InArt, the Henry Cavill one, or like the Sebastian Shaw, Return of the Jedi Darth Vader. The expectations are so high now, nothing less than what I've mentioned there will do. And the problem with these figures, okay, albeit the ones where there's no hair like Bane, like, the Darth Vader, Sebastian Shaw one, like the upcoming Darth Vader, okay, the battle damage one that's featured on here. It's very, very difficult to convince me to buy anything that is not at the level of realism that is being captured with these figures that they are coming out with now. And it's going to stay limited. It's going to stay, I say this year, you're going to see, if you thought that last year, baby, so check this out. Last year we saw the highest level of exclusives and low production run limited editions than we've ever seen in the history of Hot Toys. And you do have to ask yourself, is that going to be surpassed in 2025? And I say, well, let's crack open this wizard juice. To drink with the spatchka. And let's look how the stars align to see if they will give us the answer. Look at those suds moving, baby. Let me suck down this knowledge. That's good too. So I say, suds work? Yes. It's going to even surpass last year. Okay? So you're going to get more artisans than last year. You're going to get more exclusives than last year. Okay? And you're going to get less production than last year. But probably more 2.0s and more versions like Joker, Batman, Imposters, and Mandalorian, Obi-Wan disguise figures than you've ever had before, baby. Than you've ever had before. So you got a new number one. Let's go count this down. Number two, that Joker. Okay. So listen, if you check out my review of this figure, all you got to do, besides believe, all you got to do is just go right here to see this video, the last one I published last week, and see my review. And in this review, I have a side-by-side comparison of this Artisan Jack Sparrow to the Artisan Joker. It is insane. And I take it a step further, baby. And I put it next to the Artisan Wonder Woman. And I take it even a step further. And I pick two InArt figures. The Aragorn rooted and the Gandalf, which only comes rooted. And I put all 5 of them together. You see a little clip, a little sneak peek right here. And it is absolutely stunning to see the level in which this hobby has jumped to just over the past year. And a lot of the figures that have been in stock, and many of the figures that remain in stock, are just obsolete for some collectors at this point, which is why you're seeing them depreciate in the secondary market at such an exponential rate, because the innovation has just jumped forward, baby. It was like we had a Roswell event, okay, in 6-scale collecting. And then we have reverse engineered all of these ancient action figures into the beauty that you're seeing. Right, Mick, here. Pause. You're watching the Market Show with ancient action figure theorist Aries Tarrington. Cheers, baby. Where else are you going to find this kind of entertainment, babies? But listen, you can look at this video right here, and you could check this out and see for yourself how awesome that is. And hey, while you're at it too, you can see on the right there, these other 2 reviews are exclusive to 6-scale Cantina ancient action figure theorists. And you become an official 6-scale Cantina ancient action figure theorist when you join my Mick channel. All you got to do is click on the little join button, see everything that it comes with. And if you're looking for a way to support me and support all the work I put into giving you all trends, putting this website together, giving you data after data with all of the research, go ahead and join the channel. That's the best way to do it, baby. Just click on the little join button, and you'll see these latest 2 reviews. The Artisan Joker, absolutely crazy, and this MMS 700. And with this MMS 700, I compare it against the InArt Gandalf, baby. And I compare it against that Artisan Joker. And I will tell you right now, I'll sneak it right now, those figures are not better than this Vader. Okay, this Vader can't come with hair. But this Vader head sculpt, wow. It is the centerpiece right now of my Star Wars collection. We will see. We will see if the Artisan Anakin becomes the centerpiece over this, baby. But this is what I'm saying. This is just a regular photo off a freaking iPhone film. And that's the way you should do it, because how does the figure look? Exactly how it looks in hand. And then we can all make a determination. Okay? That's right there in hand, the Jack Sparrow. That's right there in hand, the MMS 700. That's right there in hand, the Heath Ledger Joker. Hot Toys, please, just put the frickin' figure out. Or put out the video like you did with the Sparrow afterwards. Okay, which is someone holding it on a desk and showing it on a camera. That's all you got to do, baby. That's all you got to do. Okay? That's it. Going back to the market power rankings. So you see number 2 is this Joker. Okay? And then number 3 is this incredible Gal Gadot Wonder Woman, which some of you are blown away by how this looks next to the Artisan Joker, next to the InArt Gandalf and Aragorn, and next to that Artisan Sparrow. Because like I've been saying, the reason this is selling for sometimes $1,500 is not just because it's limited to 1,500 pieces. It's because she's a beauty, baby. An absolute beauty. And then right there, number 4, you see that Gandalf. All right. And let's take a look at some data here on what's going on. with some of these figures. So pulling this up onto the screen, you can see right here, okay? Last item available with the DX33 AE Joker, okay, from this outstanding seller, once again. And you see that there are 8 sold with this Joker. It is absolutely unbelievable. And putting this up on the screen. And look, here's just a straight up auction. Okay, from last week. Straight up auction. Okay, from somebody with very, very low feedback, 100%. But, I mean, just 30. So risky. But even though it was risky, it's still sold for $730. Not with 4 bids, not with 8 bids, not with 12 bids, not with 16 bids, not with 20 bids, 24 bids, but with 41 Mick bids. Wow. This is what is in demand in the secondary market, which is why, when I'm giving you these power rankings, these are the market power rankings. This is what is being sought after in the secondary market for InArt and Hot Toys. This is what these power rankings are in 6 scale figures, and this is what is being sought after. So you're seeing the data on this Joker. You're seeing data on the Artisan Jack Sparrow, both of those artisans. Let's keep going and showing more data here. And you can so another outstanding seller with 8,303 feedback and all 100% positive. And last one now. Okay, last one at 1,116 freaking dollars, not including the $200 in shipping. And will this sell? And I say, you bet your arse it will sell. That is just what this Wonder Woman is going for. They should have made way more of this figure. And pulling this up on the screen. And, pulling this up. And you see here that 2 sold now at $1,088.99, not including the $200 in shipping for this one. She is absolutely killing it in the secondary market, whether it's the Artisan Wonder Woman, the Artisan Joker, or the Artisan now Jack Sparrow. So you do have to wonder, from what I'm showing you with those artisans, how much do you think the Anakin artisan is going to go for, limited to just 3,000 pieces? Let's take some wizard juice and see if we can't assimilate data with that. When you put all this data together and you take into account how highly coveted the regular Anakin from Revenge of the Sith is, and also the dark side Anakin from Revenge of the Sith, you could kind of deduce that Artisan Anakin is going to be a blockbuster, baby. It is going to be a slobber knocker all over the secondary market for 6 scale collecting. It really, really is. It really, really is. Let's go through. Did you smash the like button yet before I go through any more? Come on. Come on, friends. Let's take a look at some other figures. And then we'll quickly go through that whole 20. Let's just flash them up one by one. In the top 10 is also the Batman from InArt. And doing pretty well. Calming down a little bit but pretty much was around this price anyway. Outstanding seller, 868 feedback. All 100% positive. $590 with 7 bids. Great figure. Absolutely next level. I mean, that's what the hair, when it's not just wool hair or the hair that InArt uses, but when it's actually, put in, okay, constructed with the figure with implantation technology and rooted, the level of realism is just off the charts. But tracking really, really well. And I'll tell you what else is tracking really, really well is an oldie but a goodie. And again, right behind that, the Batman from InArt is from Hot Toys, a DX08 from the Jack Nicholson Joker from 1989. I show you one of these almost every week with 29 bids at $540. 29 bids. Wow. Just from yesterday. Just from today. Not including the $27.29 in shipping, adding taxes over $600. And you have to wonder, is this in the Crystal Ball Power Rankings for a 2.0? And I say, stay tuned, because we're going to get to that in a quick minute, baby. Okay? How's another? Let's stick with InArt, because their Gandalf continues to just move so well. How's the new Paul Atreides the Dune figure doing? It's doing okay. It's not doing like some of the other figures. The figure looks incredible, but not selling for, what Jack Sparrow is, or the Artisan Joker, or, even their InArt's own Gandalf. Kind of didn't start off kind of like where Aragorn is, but it's up there, $700 right now, trying to get it, whether it's this seller or that seller, putting a bunch up there that you could see right here. But doing real well. We're going to keep an eye on that to see how that does. And let's take a look at how's Crosshair doing. What's on that list here. And, it hovers right around the $1,000 range. $950, $950. 900. Of course, you get some 1200s and 900, 950, 1100. Everything's over $900. At least. I mean, yeah, there's some 850 ones here, but the shipping's $335. So, about, 850 and above for a Crosshair, and many times selling over $1,000. Who figures? It's a great figure. No pun intended. Go figure with this, but this is one of those where they produced in the amounts that are being advertised for exclusives. They have produced this in the amounts that they advertise for artisans and other exclusives. It wouldn't shock me if this was just really 1,500 pieces like that Wonder Woman. Or 2,000 pieces. As a matter of fact, and I've shown you data after data, as we will go through in the past, everything best-selling wise, on Sideshow Collectibles, that's the official distributor in Europe, and in the United States. And I dare say that some of the collector editions, the non-artisan sculpted versions of the artisan editions, may be more limited than even those artisan ones. Okay? Because, I've shown you a lot of data that may suggest that some of the production on some of these that they don't actually advertise what the number is could be even under 1,000 pieces. Perhaps under 2,000, perhaps under 5,000. But I think it's small on some of these. And is it possible that that's what the story is here with Crosshair? because he really is. Trying to find this at a comic shop or somewhere online is really difficult. And collectors aren't letting this go. And I don't necessarily think he's any better than, Commander Cody or, Captain Rex or Echo or Hunter. I just think it's rarer. I just think it's harder to find. And that's what happens. It's a simple equation of supply and demand. Okay? So going back to 6scalecantina.com and the 6 scale market power rankings, you can see where these are. Number 1, Sparrow, Artisan. Number 2, Artisan, Joker. Number 3, Artisan, Wonder Woman. Number 4, Gandalf. Number 5 is that Crosshair. Number 6 is that Joker I showed you before from 1989, the Jack Nicholson Joker. Will they be coming out with a 2.0 of that? There's that awesome The Batman from InArt, and I just showed you an auction on that, where that was closing at. And then the Dark Side Anakin. If you're wondering how the Dark Side Anakin version is going to do when they put this out as an Artisan, as another version of the Artisan Anakin, it's going to be off the charts, baby. There's Bane. That 2.0 Bane is absolutely killing it. And then so is this. This Michael Keaton, The Flash Batman. Okay? I like to call him Spaghetti Man. It's that's your top 10. Okay? And then 11 through 20. You can see Deadpool from Deadpool and Wolverine. The awesome Aragorn, looking right at it, next to my Gandalf right here in front of me. Of course, the MMS 700. Darth Vader, the InArt Superman. Can't wait to get this figure. Padme is moving up. A lot of changes this week. Padme is moving up. We'll look at that in a bit. This Obi-Wan Clone Wars is very, very strong. The Emperor, another oldie, like that Jack Nicholson 89 Joker. This Emperor from Return of the Jedi, and those, not as much as the Emperor, but those Royal Guards go for quite a bit, $300-400 in the secondary market as well. Of course, the DX27 and DX28, this DX26. How many of us are glad they redid this? And of course, last but not least, the Batman imposter version of the Artisan Joker. And you have to ask yourself, is the alternate version, the Dark Side Anakin, going to mean more to a lot of collectors than this is? Oh my God, it is. Wow, this is cool. That is going to kill it. So that's your 6 scale market power rankings, baby. Pause. You're watching the Market Show. Cheers, baby. Simply delicious. I think I need, actually, even another swig. All right. Let's go to some Waitlist McNews. So right here, you have to wonder, did the sculpted version of God Loki hit the waitlist? And I say yes. So I warned about this last week, and now it's gone. So that's it. Both versions, the Artisan Edition, which is limited to just 2,500 pieces, and now the Sculpted Edition, which is limited to who knows what. But I would dare say that perhaps the Sculpted Edition is more rare, this Collector Edition is more rare than the Artisan Edition. Just saying. Just saying. Of course, the Artisan Edition at $445. Wow, has the cost of collecting in this hobby changed compared to the past? Just $290 though for the sculpted version. Again, if you're looking for that extra level of realism, it just doesn't beat this type of hair that InArt and Hot Toys is using. But there it is, breaking news, right here. The collector edition, sculpted version of God Loki has now hit the Mick waitlist. It is gone. And let's go to some other news here, and let's go take a look at this Joker Artisan, the Joaquin Phoenix one. And this one is not gone yet, but it still has a low stock remaining warning. And wow, this one is actually expected to ship January through March of this year. And this one's limited to 4,000 pieces. And I would really bet that the collector edition is not going to be any more than 4,000 pieces. So it's going to be real interesting to see how this one turns out. But if you wanted the, sculpted version, low stock remaining warning. And look, there's Grogu. I've been missing Grogu coming with some of these packs. You have to wonder if we're going to get a Grogu coming soon. And actually, I say yes. Yeah, especially with a new Artisan Mando Luke with a Grogu coming soon to a Q system near you, baby. Coming real mix soon. Gosh. And let's put this up on the screen and talk about some of this stuff. So, you do have to ask yourself, is it possible that time will soon be running out for this battle-damaged, version of Darth Vader? Whether it's the collector edition here, which you could still get on pre-order, or the deluxe version. And I say, you bet your butt. I'm telling you right now, as cool as this is, as epic as this looks, the quota is going to be reached, and this one is going to be gone. And let me just look at the stars here again. Let me drink down some knowledge. Let me look into my imaginary crystal ball. It's actually not imaginary. It's right here, baby. Yes. Very, very shortly will you be getting a low stock and possibly almost sold out on this Darth Vader. So what you gonna do with this Darth Vader starts getting a low stock warning? What you gonna do, baby? Tell you what, this freaking thing, it is otherworldly. It is otherworldly sick. That's not a statue. This is a figure. This thing is going to be insanity in the secondary market. Your first full Darth Vader, Hayden Christensen burnt head sculpt. Wow. If this comes out like the prototype, I'm going to lose it on this figure. I'm going to spill all of my dark coffee with this particular release. I really, really am. But then you really have to also wonder about this one here I'm going to put up on the screen. Is this close to getting a low stock warning? And I say yes. I think we're going to have other versions of Han, which are going to put up at the same time as this. And then magically you're going to start seeing this pre-order start to fade away. Are we going to be getting an artisan version of Han Solo? Are we going to be getting an Empire Strikes Back version of Han Solo? A New Hope version of Han Solo? Different variation versions of Han Solo? Yes, yes, and yes. Maybe even a Han Solo DX. And I think that that's what they would do with the Artisan. And, if you want this Return of the Jedi one, I don't think it's going to stay up here very much longer. At all. At all. As in a matter of fact, baby, let's go to the Crystal Ball Power Rankings. And don't forget, look, many of you have been sending in some of your ideas. Some of them are whacked out, so they're not going to make it on here. Don't send me any stuff where Hot Toys doesn't have the license or that, or InArt doesn't have the license. However, on some of these we do. So you see some new additions here. And if you go to this little spot here under the newly added Bouche Leia and John Wick, you put in your first name, your last name, your email, your prediction, your most wanted non-produced figure, and use hit submit. And if it makes sense, I add it to this list. And if I didn't get to add some of yours yet, I get a ton of these. Just submit it again, baby. But you see some of these new ones that are up on here at number 32. An Artisan John Wick. Whether it's an Artisan or an InArt. So let's call it a rooted hair version of John Wick. Whether it's from Hot Toys and InArt, you're probably going to get them from both. Is it possible? Crystal Ball predictions. And I say, absolutely. Hot Toys is going to do this very, very, very quickly. The hair is made for it. This head sculpt is made for it that they have. And I think that they will actually take the head sculpt to an all new level as they're doing with all of these. When you look at a lot of these Artisans that are coming out, even the Jack Sparrow one, they did a lot of work. They didn't just give you basically the same head sculpt as the DX15, DX06 and said, here's rooted hair. Isn't it awesome? A little bit better. So would they do the same thing with these? Yes. I believe so. Look at another one that landed here. This is from one of you submitting this in. And yes, Leia Bouche disguise. And you have to wonder, would they give you the head sculpt with the mask? And I say, yes. Yes. And honestly, with this, if they do that, they got to give you Artisan with it, baby, because her hair was all over the place when she took this off. I think it would work. And then here's another one, Craven the Hunter. So yes, absolutely. Again, they don't have to come out with 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. They could just give you a little bit here and a little bit there, and I believe that they could do this. So this was another prediction. And you can look at all of these here. There's Gila from somebody who voted that in last week as well. From Thor Ragnarok, I say yes. Cara Dune is on the list. Jimmy Smits is on the list. Darkseid Ray. Look at all these. Oh, look at that. Bo-Katan. They're going to do that. They're waiting for it. They're improving it. Look at all these. You can see them right here at 6scalecantina.com. Go to the Crystal Ball Power Rankings updated just on January 12th, 2025. And you could vote on all of these. And at the end of this month, I'm going to tabulate all the votes and redo the rankings on all of these. And you guys are voting. But go ahead and take the time to go to 6scalecantina.com. Go to the third menu item, Crystal Ball Power Rankings. And you can see you could cast your vote for the Crystal Ball Power Rankings right here. And you could pick any of the one that you want. And then hit the vote button. And yes, the new additions are on there, like John Wick Rooted Hair, or Leia Bouche Disguise, or the Craven the Hunter. And a lot of these. So each time you send them in, if they make sense, I put them on here. And you get to vote on them. So go to 6scalecantina.com, send me your prediction on what they're going to come out with. And then rank the predictions that you think where these are going to fall, baby. Right here at 6scalecantina.com. And look at all these beauties right here that you could see on the screen. So going back up, you see the Emperor from Revenge, from the Rise of Skywalker on here. You see an Artisan, Captain Marvel. You know that Hot Toys is going to capitalize on that. And then when they come out with this, they could give you how many different variations with this head sculpt and Captain Marvel, especially if you're only coming out with a couple thousand pieces. Of course, I would love to see them come out with a regular Asajj Ventress from the Clone Wars, but I really do think they may take advantage of this whole mythos-looking thing, like the aforementioned battle damage Vader I showed you, and if they would do this like the sideshow piece, I think that would be pretty darn cool. And I think that they could do it. You see that already Wolf came out, one of these predictions. Of course, you got Queen Amidala, a Hoth Luke, are you kidding me? Regular Return of the Jedi Luke, you know that's coming. That may come out tomorrow. This I expect to come out this year. Again, we go through this almost every episode, but we've gotten multiple versions of the villains in the second film and the third film. We didn't get nothing of this guy yet. Again, it makes total sense. Collectors would jump all over this because this is a missing piece. Forget about the character. It just makes sense in so many collectors' detolfs in their collection rooms. The data suggests to go ahead and make this figure, especially since you're going to be utilizing Liam Neeson for more Qui-Gon Jinn releases. So why not also utilize this for Ra's al Ghul? You know they're going to do it for Oscar Isaac with the new Moon Knight with Poe Dameron. Of course Rey is coming. Of course Kylo's coming. Of course Han, we talked about that's coming. There's the Oscar Isaac Poe Dameron we were talking about. We're finally going to get a figure from the crypt. Just we're going to get an artisan version, baby. Along with a sculpted, and it's going to be magnificent. And I think when they do that, and I think they're going to give you this pilot version, they can use a lot of the same materials as they're going to use with giving you a 2.0 Snowspeeder pilot Luke Skywalker. That looks like an artisan right there, baby. Mouth watering if I could get this. If we can get this in the artisan, that may be all I ever need for collecting for the rest of my life. Just this. Just this. I would just look at it all day. This is pretty good too. You know this is coming. This Obi-Wan from Attack of the Clones. But I dare say, before we get this, we're going to get a 20th anniversary Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan this year. But I don't know. Sometimes Hot Toys makes no sense. Maybe get this first. Aquaman, Jason Momoa's coming, artisan. God. Look, I've talked about this. Lego's already doing it. It's coming from Hot Toys. It's coming. You heard it here at 6 Scale Cantina. Don't forget to give me credit when they do it. Thor, of course, they're already giving you an artisan Loki. They're going to give you his brother, which is why I think they're going to give you their sister. What are we, a few months? It's been like a few months since we got a Christian Bale. You know they're working on the artisan version of They love to put out Christian Bale Batmans almost as much as Iron Man's and Spider-Man's. You know Hot Toys is doing that. They already teased that they're doing this. Okay, regular Empire Strikes Back artisan and sculpted Leia coming soon. We talked about this. This is where I think Grogu's coming, baby. Okay? That dark comic Luke artisan that they're going to make artisan with, they're going to make at least two versions, variations of that with that pre-order. And I believe that this is going to be one of them. Come on. Come on. Come on. Scarlet Witch. Black Widow. Gimme Gamora. And gimme Captain Marvel. Come on, baby. And gimme She-Hulk. Gimme all the Marvel women that have hair with this. Okay. I say yes, yes, yes. This is just going insane in the secondary market. Should you be spending $600, $700, $800 on this? I'd exercise a little more patience because I promise you this is coming very, very quickly, this 2.0. And that was number 2, and here's number 1. I promise you this is coming as well. And there is your top 32. Let's make it a top 132. Send me in your suggestions. Go to sixscalecantina.com. Go ahead and don't forget to vote right here on the channel, baby. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. So listen, that's what we got for this week. I hope you enjoyed the sneak peek of Ancient Action Figures Season 2. The second teaser trailer. There will be more teaser trailers over the next couple of months as we march on forward towards the season premiere of Season 2 of Ancient Action Figures. Remember, I don't always spill all my coffee and then drink it down with spotchka and wizard juice. But when I do, baby, I do it right here at the 6 Scale Cantina. Stay thirsty, my friends.